Okay, today is Monday, September 28th. This is what we're going to write for our notebook today. Unit 1, Lesson 8, Area of Triangles. Make sure you write the learning target and then the vocabulary. Area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. Please make sure you put this also in your table of contents. Unit 1, Lesson 8, in whatever page number you're on. After this lesson, I think either tomorrow or Wednesday, I will have a notebook check. Right? So go ahead and pause this and write this down. After you're done, you're going to put 8.1 under the vocabulary. We did the student task statement today on lesson 8. So you can just follow along in here. Under the vocabulary, put 8.1. Write number 1A, 1B, 1C. For each parallelogram, Han composed, identify a base and a corresponding height and write the measurements. We're just going to write this in our notebook. So on number 1A, find the base and height. On 1B, find the base and height. And 1C, find the base and height. So go ahead and pause it there and try to figure it out yourself. If you can't, or when you're done, just unpause it and just watch and hear the answers. Okay, so the base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the base. Height, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the height is 4. Oh yes, I forgot to add this. So this is a perpendicular symbol, right? 90-degree angle. And the perpendicular symbol is always where the base is. So here's a perpendicular 90-degree angle. And then here's a 90-degree angle. Okay. So now I added this perpendicular here, so it gives you a clue which one's the base. You think the base is the top, or base is the side, or base is in the middle? Yes, base is on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 here. And then the height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the height is 6. All right, how about C? What's the base? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The height, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 4. So in your notebook, you don't have to draw out the squares if you don't want to. So for number 1A, you should have B. For B, you should have 6, and for H, you should have 4. And then for number 1B, you should have 4 and 6, and for C, you should have 6 and 4. All right? So then on number 2, find the area of each parallelogram uncomposed and show your reasoning. So go ahead on number 2, find the area of each and show your reasoning. Go ahead and pause it, and when you're done, unpause it and see what I got for my answer. All right. Each parallelogram is 24 square units. I know this because each of the base and the height is either 4 or 6, and I just multiply 4 times 6 for each. Right? So yours can be a little bit simpler than that. I mean, of course, all three of them equal 24, right? 6 times 4 is 24. Okay? And then we know that, show your reasoning, because we know base times height is 60. Base times height equals area, so 24. On the next part, you're going to put 8.2. Again, you don't have to draw the triangles if you don't want to. You can find the areas of all these triangles. I know it says 2, but we're going to do all of them. The easiest way to do this is to find the base times height and divide by 2. That's what we wrote in the vocabulary, remember? Area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is the base. 1, 2 is the height. And then divide by 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is what? 8? Yeah. So 8 square units. 8 square units. Okay? How about B? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. And then the height, 1, 2, 3. And then divide by 2. So it's a good idea to use your calculators here because we're going to have a decimal for our answer. So 21 divided by 2 is 10.5. 10.5 square units. All right. How about C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're probably gonna have a question. Well, why do we count this little one, right? I'll tell you in a minute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about the height? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then divide by 2. So 6 times 4 is 24. And 24 divided by 2 is 12. Right? 12? Yep, 12. So 12 square units. Now, the reason why we count that is because we can try to make this into a rectangle. This is one of the strategies I'm going to show you in a minute. We can make this into a rectangle. See? A rectangle. Sorry, it looks like a parallelogram. I can't draw it straight today. So what did we say on Friday? That a rectangle can split into 2 triangles, right? So then if this is the triangle, this part in the white and this part in the white will equal this 2 inside. So that's why we actually do count this part, because that is part of the rectangle. Okay? So we can make all these into rectangles if we wanted. If that's helpful. See that? So we can do that too. How about this part? This one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the base. And then how about the height? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's basically like C, except it's just reversed. The base and the height. So that is 12 square units too. Right? So we cool? If you have any questions, please send me a message, right, on Canvas, or if you need any extra help, let me know. So the big takeaway from this is that there's 3 ways to reason about the area of a triangle. There's 3 ways. One, we can make a copy of the triangle. Okay, so we can make a copy and then place it on the other side, and now we have a rectangle. We can put this and put it right underneath, so now we have a parallelogram. So we can make copies of the triangle. The second way is we can decompose the triangle into smaller pieces. So we can literally cut this piece off here and then flip it over here, and now we have a parallelogram. The third way, which I like, it's kind of like what we just did right now, is we can draw a rectangle around the triangle. And sometimes the triangle has half of the area. Sometimes. So we can make it into a rectangle, and then it's base times height divided by 2. All right. So that's today's lesson. Hopefully, if you missed it or you were absent or you came in late, this was helpful. The homework is lesson 8, problems only 1 through 3, and then spend 30 minutes on iReady today. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you guys. Have a great day.